Now, we've already gone through the process to set up your control instance and configure it, and everything's ready to go. Now, to set up an HPC environment, go to the Overview tab and then click the plus option, and you'll get a wizard. And from here, you can step through in a couple of screens on what to do. So here's a basic key we'll choose. We'll go ahead and leave it in that availability zone. We'll leave it the current version that's running, and we'll give this environment name called Demo1. And then we'll choose the quick start option. Advanced just gives you more configurability on all the various different options, but we'll go ahead and just do quick start. And there's several options here. You can see you can do a job scaling scheduler, or you can do a fixed compute instances, which gives you a dedicated scheduler. And so you can decide whether you want those options. You can always add additional ones to an environment once it's already set up. You also have OrangeFS as your shared file system, or if you're in a region that's enabled for EFS, you can just use EFS for the shared file system. So we will go ahead and set up a job scaling scheduler with OrangeFS, and then scroll down, and we will also enable EFS and shared software under EFS, and these mount points will actually show up underneath all the computing instances. And we'll go ahead and create an S3 bucket, and we'll call it Demo1, and S3 buckets need to be unique across the whole namespace, so hopefully that is unique, but maybe we'll just call it Demo112 so we have a better chance. All of the names are prefixed with CC for security purposes and also uniqueness purposes. And then we will choose a scheduler type, Slurm. We'll leave it on a T2 micro for now. We'll call it Slurm1. And for the OrangeFS file system, we'll go ahead and just make it 4 gigabytes. That's across the whole file system. So basically 1 gigabyte is allocated per instance, and then the performance of all those instances is shared to give you that higher throughput. And then the login instance name, we'll just call it Login1. Now here's the review page, and you'll see you get your job scaling compute group, you get the OrangeFS file system, 1 standby node, 2 EFS mounts, an S3 bucket, Slurm scheduler, login node, NAT instance. And the total running cost will be 17 cents an hour. And this is just for the environment. As you launch jobs, you can check and see the price of those jobs through CCQ if you would like before you run them. And then if you pause the cluster or the environment and you just want to go away for a while and then come back later and launch jobs, you can pause it and leave everything intact for just 3 cents an hour. So we will go ahead and, since this is just a demo, leave it open to the whole internet. Don't recommend that for your environments. You may want to lock it down to a specific subnet CIDR, but we'll go ahead and proceed from this. So we'll create the environment. And now you will see, and we will quickly run through this, but in about 10 to 15 minutes, we will have a working environment that we can do things with. So we'll go ahead and proceed quickly with that. Now it's taken a few minutes, but you can see that the CloudyCluster environment is all set up for you now. So you can see the Slurm schedule is there, the login node is there, there's the IP addresses for it, there's the EFS, and then there's another EFS. If you hit more, you can see that. Then there's the file systems and the standby, and only 4 instances show up in this screen just to increase performance in case there's a lot of instances. And then there's the NAT and the subnets. So you can see CloudyCluster is all ready for you to submit jobs to this environment. Now you can create additional environments if you want, or you can add to this environment by clicking on the plus there. And you can add schedulers, login nodes, or additional EFS items if you would like. Now under the Access tab, you'll see here's all the information that you need to access it. There's a web terminal that you can use to access the login instance. There's the S3 bucket. You can turn on Visual HPC if you'd like to do VNC sessions. And then there's the SCP, WebDAV, and everything you need to start your computation.